Hello and welcome to another Monday edition of Get Motivated with Misha. It is Motivation Monday. I assume that you guys have had time to review this week's postcard, which reads, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to always just try one more time." That was a quote taken from Thomas Edison, the famous inventor. I love that quote just because it is a great example, a great snippet of what it means to persevere, right? Even though he says just to try one more time, but we shall always be having that mindset, one more time. And even if we fail the next time, one more time. If you feel very strongly about something, never give up and always in your mind think, let me just give it one more try. You have had people that have tried things literally 50 times. They got 50 no's before they got one yes. So what I wanted to talk about today, obviously, is perseverance and what it means to persevere. What does it mean to persevere? That means that when you are faced with defeat? What did we talk about last week? Defeat is not failure, right? So when you're faced with defeat or you're feeling defeated, just pick yourself up and try again. You're going to be hit with adversity in life. You are going to go through rough patches. You are going to have setbacks. You are going to have no's and doors slammed in your face. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. Go after it again at least one more time. That is what it means to persevere. The exact same thing that the quote by Thomas Edison is stating. And anybody will tell you that when they were working on something that they were really passionate about, or something that they felt was really their purpose, when they continue to persevere through the setbacks, they began making leaps and bounds. They'll tell you they began to see the results that they wanted to see. So perseverance is very important, and it's definitely an attribute and a personality trait that you have to possess within your character in order to beat, in order to beat failure, if you will, defeat, in order to live the ambitious lifestyle. Every single ambitious person possesses the character trait of perseverance. So I just wanted to be transparent with you guys like I always am. I think about giving up all the time. Everybody sees me, they're like, hey, she's chipper, she's always motivated, she's, always telling everybody else to stay ambitious and stay motivated. She's staying ambitious and staying motivated, but I think about giving up all the time. Anytime that something happens where, I'm a person, if you've read my book, Life After 25, that has been through a lot in life, not even just as a woman, but as a young, black woman, a black woman that was raised by a single parent the first half of her life. And you get the mindset when you go through things that, okay, is this really happening right now? Because as if I haven't gone through enough in life, right? That's what we all think. All of us that have been through crazy things, we're like, really? Maybe, things were going good for a minute, things were quiet, I was comfortable, I can go back to my comfortable life. I don't have to be going through this. That's at least what I think, and I feel like probably at least one other person probably thinks like that from time to time. But someone told me, one of my business associates, that I was inboxing, I think just yesterday. I get confused sometimes because of the time zones, but I was telling her, hey, I'm excited, I do not regret my choice. There has been lots of setbacks that people don't know about or hear about, but I am still very happy with my choice, and I do believe that nothing but good will come from my choices. And you know what she said to me? She said, well, you are making it look flawless, so keep doing whatever it is that you're doing and keep going. And I mean, even just hearing those words of encouragement, that helps me to continue to have the mindset that no matter what, I must persevere. I've gotten this far. She's, also reminding me, you have done a lot in 4 months. You have done a lot in just the first half of the year. You've accomplished a lot. So, just even have a conversation with her. I'm like, yeah, I'm really proud of that. You're right. So on and so forth. So even when, you even kind of project that on other people, people see that. People naturally see that you are persevering and that you are making things happen and you're accomplishing. They don't see the setbacks and the failures unless you share it with them, but they will be those same people that are there to motivate you to keep going. So that's the great thing about having a persevering spirit. So I want to provide at least one strategy for quickly overcoming negative thoughts, such as the ones that I was just describing to you, the ones where I'm like, you know what, I just, like, I had a cool life before this. This is a lot. You know, you're going to be faced with a lot of adversity when you are going after and living on purpose, and you're making sure that everything you do has a purpose behind it. So like I shared on my status earlier, everything I do has a purpose behind it. Everything is in strategy. So down to who I'm networking with, spending time with, giving my time to, everything has a purpose. If it does not benefit the purpose, then I'm not going to partake in it, okay? So a strategy for blocking out negative influences such as these, which I also gave some tips in my 5-day e-course, which you are still able to access. It is absolutely free. It just comes to your email box throughout the course of 5 days. And one of the topics we did talk about was blocking out negative influences. So one strategy that you can put in place to do that is exactly like I just said, making sure that everything that you do has a purpose tied behind it. When you are faced with decision making, even down to if you want to go out tonight, you know, if you want to go out this weekend, like I stayed in yesterday, we've already hit our kind of summertime weather, and I could have been out and at the beach like everybody else, but I actually stayed home and worked on curriculum for my client, as well as making sure that I had things in place for my own business. But you know, you guys can do the same thing and make those decisions, not necessarily to always stay in the house, but because your purpose might not be about staying in the house. It might indeed be about being out and meeting people. But I just want you to always have the strategy in mind and ask yourself whenever you are trying to make a decision, is this relevant to what it is that I'm trying to do? Is this relevant to the end result? Does this tie into my purpose and what it is that I'm trying to do? Because if it doesn't, then you probably don't need to be doing it, right? Even so, then when it comes down to blocking out negative influences, you know, when your friends are like, oh, hey, let's do this, or they want to gossip about that, or kind of, you know, always want to be talking about negative things, or they want to do negative, negative type activities to other people, don't partake in it. And how you're going to do that and get some self-control and discipline is asking yourself, does this directly align with my purpose and what it is that I'm trying to do? That's where your first strategy comes into place. People call you and start gossiping, get off the phone. People want to come over, you know, and be in your presence, and the whole time it's a negative experience, or they want to gossip and be down. Tell them, hey, you know what? I'm grateful for this. Start just showing that you're, gratuitous as a person, and hopefully it'll rub off on them. Just block it out. Don't take part in it. Don't take part in anything that's negative that does not have to do with your purpose. So I also want to leave you with this quote, that the answer to your problem lies in the questions you ask yourself. So when things do happen, again, just trying to block out those negative influences and thoughts, and typically we ask ourselves, why me? Oh my God, why me, right? So when you ask yourself why you, again, your answer usually lies in the question that you ask yourself. So usually once you ask yourself why you, you're also able to reflect on why it happened, right? What choices you made, the fact that you're going after your purpose, you already know ahead of time that things are going to come up. I mean, that's just one of the answers to your question. So just, that's another way to look at when you're asking yourself a question, reevaluate exactly what it is that you're asking yourself and guarantee you'll find the answer. Also pray about it. The answer will be revealed to you from the universe, because God will send it down through the universe to you. He always does. And accept that answer and then do something about it, okay? And then like I said, because when you're living in purpose, you will be tried on several occasions, because the enemy does not want you to succeed, okay, in your God-given purpose. So now I'm going to church and I'm preaching for you. One more positive thing on earth, especially positive things that gather a crowd and a following. So many of us that are doing well, we tend to gather a crowd and a following, just as well as other people that aren't, particularly promoting positivity. that shatters the enemy's spirit. So he wants to shatter yours. So that is why, almost guaranteed, things are going to come up. I am a walking testimony of it. I cannot wait to share some of the things that I had to go through just to get, transition over into, my new life and living in a different state. When I tell you everything in the world has come up, but we'll talk about that later. You guys will hear about it later. But, just to remember, the enemy is petty like that. He petty. So I also want to give you another strategy. I want you to, on the daily now, envision your desired results in regards to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you do this when you wake up and when you go to sleep, or even in the middle of the day, however you want to do this every day. I just gave my mom the same advice, in regards to making sure that we manifest what it is that we actually desire. So just doing that every day. Imagine what it is that you really want to accomplish. Imagine the feeling that you're going to feel when you actually accomplish it. And just bask in that feeling, right? It's funny because I've seen a lot about manifesting these days, but I've been doing this my whole life. Not with everything, because I didn't know that there was something to that, but like just when certain, situations will come up that I knew for a fact would happen, I would always first off, I love having something to look forward to. So I would usually do that when I knew for a fact something was going to happen, because I was excited because I had something to look forward to. So I would, like, if my birthday was coming up, on the constant daily, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to have so much fun. And then, like, in my mind, it's like playing, like, what I'm going to be doing. And I didn't know that there was something to that. I didn't know that I was manifesting my destiny by doing that. But now that I see that that is actually a thing, I definitely want to share that with you because it does work. So again, just do this every day, and not only pretending, but also believe that what it is that you are hoping for and desiring for is actually going to happen. You cannot pretend without actually believing, because it doesn't work like that. And then just, like I said, carrying yourself as such on a daily, because I want you guys to remember that every single thought and thing that we do first existed in our mind, okay? Everything is in our minds. I always, preach on that. I always emphasize that. I always tell people that I feel like I figured out the meaning of life in 2014 when I realized that, you know what, when you think about everything down to how you react to something, it's all in your mind. When you think about misunderstandings, why people, sometimes are never on the same page, it's a perspective thing. It's in our minds. We can easily change our minds. So that right there is just the first step to realizing that everything is in your mind. And our mind controls our reality. And the sooner we understand that, the faster we can take control, and the happier we'll be, especially being obedient and living in our God-given purpose, despite the many setbacks that will appear to come our way. Okay? So we just have to get control of our minds. That's why, again, I'm going to tell you about that free 5-day e-course, Motivate Your Mindset. I've been talking about it for the last few months because, for one, it's free, and for two, I got some really good content in there that's going to help you change your perspective so that you can start taking control of your mind, so that when things do happen, you are able to persevere and move on and continue on and be successful. So what I'm very excited about, that I've been talking about in the last 4 videos, I want to, before I close out, invite 4 people to sign up with me so that we may work together personally to get you on the right track to creating the life that you want to have, and that you think, that you ever so desire and deserve. I want to only take on 4 people because I do want to work with them one-on-one personally in regards to helping them create their growth plans. We've talked about that the last few videos, and also your plans for the second half of the year. So I am very excited. If you are interested, definitely shoot me a personal message so that I can give you instructions on how to sign up. And then for those of you that are watching just in general that may not be, ready to sign up right now, I will be unleashing new products and services, I am hoping, by the 1st of June. So there will be other products and services definitely modeled towards that, because I do want to start, or continue working with people, I should say. I'm not going to say start because I'm already doing it right now, but I want to continue working with people one-on-one to help them you know, navigate through life more smoothly, create the life they want, and get the results that they actually desire. So, other than that, you guys have a great week. Stay ambitious, stay motivated, and anything that you may need from me, you're able to shoot me an email, a personal message. Head over to ambitiousmix.com, shop Stay Ambitious, Stay Motivated tees. You can still get my first 2 books if you need to. I have tons of those in stock. So I am very excited about helping you grow as a person, and I will see you in the next video.